get some really great footage at the front of that.
Sorry. Welcome. Oh, shit. I am looking up how to do a reel for acting. I kind of have like an image in my head of what you're supposed to do. I'm literally gonna do the basic and I'm just gonna introduce myself. I have no representation, so no agent, no manager, anything like that. I'm starting by scratch. So with that being said, I have never been in any type of productions. I've never been in any student films. Yeah, I'm just doing it cold turkey, you know? So this literally is gonna be a journey, man, because I was on YouTube literally for the past like 3-4 hours looking up this one girl that has like an agent. She was in a ton of films. She was in a ton of like school things. She got seen by another agent, like a company. They liked her, she auditioned for them, and then the rest is history. Now she goes on like all these like you know, she's co-stars, she's up there, all right? So, but she's had experience. I have not. Well, okay, let me backtrack that. In 2019 is when I actually took my career into acting seriously. It was always something that I truly, truly loved. Something that always got me super excited. Just being around the lights, the cameras, the producers, the directors, the other characters, like just everything within that production, like whatever it takes for a production to happen, it gets me so happy. Like it makes me super, super, super excited. I don't know why. I think it's just something within inside myself. I'm a character myself. Nothing written, you know what I mean? But it's just my everyday character. So with that being said, I auditioned for a background acting because, you know, background acting is good too, especially when you're starting off. For me, very good, I'm guessing. It's good. It's great. And because background actors don't get enough credit, man. It's always about like, oh, this was here, you're there. Okay, well, you know what? How many people can say they shot for a campaign for Gucci and Disney? Me, motherfucker. So I was a background actor. I was the only one that was non-union. That says a lot, right? Everybody was a part of SAG. They had representation. I was just my own self. This was back in 2019. So before, you know, Rona started like, blah, 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 blah. So no masks, no nothing like that. They were still doing in like auditions in person. So I went, and what's a cool story? Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. A cool story about this experience was that I applied for it and I hadn't heard from them for like a while. So I was like, oh, like it didn't go through, right? Like they didn't want me. My headshot was not good enough for them. So I waited a little bit went by, you know, time went by, here, this, that. And then, motherfucker, I was at work. I was working at Olive Garden. So I was a server at Olive Garden. I had moved from Fresno to Temecula because I wanted to pursue acting. So I was like, let's go full force. Moved out with my boyfriend to his brother's house, him and his wife and their kids. So we stayed there for a while, about 6 months exact. And I was like, I'm doing this. Like, I'm going full force. I'm not stopping. You can't stop me. I can't stop you. We're going. Like, this train is taking off. And it's full force at this point. Like, we're doing Amtrak, but motherfucker, we ain't doing that slow shit. We're Amtrakking. So I applied for it. Didn't hear back within like, I want to say like a good month. Yeah, it was a good month. I got a message off of LA Casting and wait, was it dressing or was it my first audition and then it was dressing? Okay, whichever one it was, I went to the audition. I auditioned for them. Honestly, it was just taking pictures. So I dressed up as like 80s kind of look, I want to say. That's how they were kind of going for. Like in that kind of era. And I had my hair like crumped. So it was super cute. And so I went in, took pictures, and I kind of just started being myself around the casting director. And fun fact, we'll get to it at the end, but a fun fact, so stay tuned to hear about who this casting director was and what she did. But yeah, so I was just kind of being myself, and I was in there longer than, you know, expected, like other people were. So backtrack, I had to sign like this paper, like my name, my height, my weight, blah, 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 blah. What I was auditioning for, and so my address and all that other information, right? And I was so scared. Like, I have anxiety already. I talk fast in general, so I have to kind of like slow myself down. And there was just so many people there, like people that actually like were putting their all, and I mean like in costume wise, like how they dressed up for the character, and it was super intimidating. Like, I'm over here just wearing some jeans. I still have the yellow top. I will never throw that top away. My hair crumped, my makeup done, and me wearing some Chucks. And I'm seeing everybody else, like, their hair is all like in like the 80s, the 70s look. They have those bright neon colors, the socks, the knee high, like those like stockings that go on your feet, like on your ankle, but go higher, like close to your like knee. I'd show you, but my legs are hairy right now. So, and I'm wearing shorts. And so, other than that, I was super intimidated. I was like, whoa, I don't know if I belong here. You know, like that thought in my head where I was like, I don't think this is for me. Like, there's so many other people out there that are trying to chase this dream as well, this career as well. And I'm over here just like, ugh. Like, I'm stunned. I'm shook. I'm shooketh. And so they call my name. Let me tell you, I don't even remember walking in or walking out. All I remember is that moment. So, and I didn't even have to say any lines. Like, there was no lines that had to be, like, I didn't have to say anything. There was no script. It was literally me just, I was this the entire time, just taking pictures. Of course, like, long shot, not just, like, chest up. But I was like, long wise, they had a professional camera guy, whatever. And she would just get giving me some questions. Like, she was just talking to me. And I was talking to her. At first, it was quiet. And then I was all like, so what do you do? Like, how do you like this? You know, like, I was just kind of like being myself. She started laughing because like how I presented myself. And she's like, I like you. You're different. And I was like, I felt like I was in a movie. I was like, oh my God, is this the time that stardom is going to shine upon me? I was so excited. Like, I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is going to be it. This is going to be, I'm going to blow up. Yeah. So she just like really digged my personality. She digged my vibe, like how I spoke, how I presented myself. And she's like, you're really, really different. Like, I like you. And she's like, how about, she's like, would you like to work for me? Ooh, let's not get too close. Me? Work for you? Me? Like, me? I was shook, dude. I was like, yeah, I would love to work for you. What do I do? I don't even care if I'm paid at this point. Like, what? And she asked me, it would be, you wouldn't get paid for it. It would kind of be like intern kind of shit, like an internship. Basically, I would be doing like all the callbacks. Like, I would be in the room with her. There was another girl that was with her that was like kind of taking notes, talking to her about like, you know, like, oh, this, that, about like the other casting, like the other people that were auditioning. So I would basically be what her position was. And I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, yeah. I would love to do it. But let me tell you this. I had told her, I was like, but I live in Temecula. So she was based out in Georgia. So she was more of like the director on the East Coast side, not here, not on the West Coast. And so she had just came down here to do this job because she had nobody else to do it. So she was telling me that I would do the LA portion where I would come out and I would do like the casting calls. So like I would go out and see like all the castings that we had for the day and pick which one was a good fit. Oh my God. All right, well, guess what? Too good to be fucking true. LA people, and I mean, she's busy, so I'm not gonna rain on her downfall or her whatever she had going, you know, because she had a lot. Because I'll tell you who she casted in a movie that had Will Smith in it. So yeah, so she asked me to do it. She got down my number. She had my number because of like the information contact sheet that I had to fill out before auditioning. And so yeah, so I was like, yeah, you can just call me on this number and da-da-da-da-da. But I told her that I lived out in Temecula, which was like an 1.5-hour drive from Los Angeles. So I was like, I might be a little late. She's like, well, if I need you at this time, I need you at this time. And I was like, okay, I'll figure it out. Let alone I had a whole ass other job that I was willing to like, boop, bye, see you later, alligator. No more breadsticks for you. Like, I was like, no, I'm done, you know, like, I spit. I was like, I'm gonna pursue this. This is gonna give me connection. This is going to just make me a better learner. Like, I'm just gonna learn so much from these people. I'm gonna learn how people do auditions. Like, I'm gonna be behind the scenes. I was like, oh my, I was like, you have answered my prayers. So I followed up with her assistant and I was like, hey, like, I'm still interested. You know, I haven't heard a call back or anything like that. So long story short, I didn't do it. Yeah, but it was such a cool experience. Like, for me to be able to say that somebody offered me a position like that off of the first time meeting me was that moment showed me that this is where I was supposed to be. Like, it was nostalgic. Did I use that word correctly? Because I told you guys I don't do big words. But you're supposed to. You're an actor. You're an actress. You should know these big jumbo gumbo words because you have to project yourself. But I don't. So that's why I'm trying to read more. Build my vocabulary. What's it called? No, I'm not dumb. I swear. I'm a straight A student. Okay, so yeah, so that had happened. And I just knew from that point that this is where I was supposed to be. I was crying, like, with just, when she had told me that, like, oh, I want to give this to you, like, I told it to my brother. I told it to my, I'm about to say brother again. I told it to my boyfriend and his brother, and his brother was like super shook. Like, he was like, what? Like, are you serious right now? Like, off of the first time meeting you? And I was like, yeah, man, I just got it like that. But I was like, yeah, I was like, right? I'm over here like this. Yeah. I don't know what she saw, but yeah, me. And it was so cool because not a lot of people can say that. Maybe a lot of people can, but I mean, people that I know can't. So that was super cool. That was when it struck me and I was like, this is it. I am doing this shit. And then shit happened, life happened, and then I got the casting. So I was like, oh man, well, I hope she remembers my name. She casts me for this this production. Like, and I didn't even know what the hell I was like auditioning for, because it was just kind of like, I don't know if you guys have seen it or have like looked into it, but like when you apply for an audition or like a role on like those websites, when you're doing it yourself, like when you have basically no representation, like where like agents or managers are finding it for you, like the roles, and you're doing it yourself. Well, when I did it, it didn't say like, oh, campaign for Gucci and Disney, because, you know, of course somebody's gonna be like, fuck yeah, like click apply. So it just kind of just said, oh, like, it said high brand, campaign shoot. And I was all, and it said extra. And I was like, cool. Or it said background actor. And I was like, I might as well, let's start off with something. let me tell you, this pay was good. I made $1,000 to just stand there for 2 days. 2 days. $1,000. I was like, I can get used to this. And I got free food. Oh my God, when I got free food, the food was good though. Like, you know, there's a difference between when you get like free food and it's like, yeah, it's food. Like, oh, thank God. Like, I have food in my system, you know, like I have food to eat. But like, no, this food was free and this food was good. Like, it was good. Like, it was super delicious. Like, my fat ass went up. Yeah, I went up for seconds. I was like, nobody knows me. Gonna go up for seconds. So I did because that shit was fire. I got breakfast, lunch, and dinner because I was there for like 10 hours. And that was fun. Oh man, you guys, this is just a great story. This is just gonna be like, I'm supposed to be doing a reel right now and I'm just shooting this for you guys. But, and I love it. Cause this is something that I'm not gonna say I brag about, but like, it's something that I really do hold value to. Like, this was a great accomplishment for me. I don't give a fuck what other people say. This was my moment. Regardless if it was like an acting where like I was actually having lines and I was actually speaking with the script, or I was a background, like I was there. I got her to say what she had to say, and from that casting director, and it was beautiful. So yeah, let me go ahead and go back. So I was there. So let's go ahead and go back. I'm like all over right now, but I hope you guys are catching on. So I got free food. Yeah, I just had to say that. I got free food and it was delicious. It was delicious. And I got it for 2 days. Delicious. So I got the call back after a month later, seeing, like going up for my audition, and I got the call back and to go to a dressing rehearsal. I got paid for the dressing rehearsal, which was like $100 cash. They were like, they just had fucking $100 bills, dude. Just like, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. We'll let you know if you get it. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Just handing them out when we were done taking out like our photos. So I was like, ooh, $100. We about to eat good today, baby. So I went and I had to sign like an agreement, all this stuff. Like I couldn't like talk about it before the shoot was like released. So of course, like now I can talk about it because it's been since like 2019. So, so yeah, oh shit, I almost fell. And so yeah, that happened. I went in, same outfit. They're like, make sure to bring like a couple of outfits, but, so I brought in the one that I originally went into for my audition, and then I brought like a couple of more. After I was done getting dressed, I went out, like a professional photographer was there taking pictures of everybody. There was like models there too, like that looked like models. I would say they were models. They were tall and super, super unique and gorgeous. And so I did that, Sunset Boulevard. Is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, I think it was Sunset Boulevard. If it wasn't, then oh well. But it was a hotel that was super beautiful, super tall, like skyscraper. I'm like, oh god damn. Walk in, super pretty, okay? So I go in for my pictures and all that beautiful stuff. Sign my, oh my god, I'm almost gonna fall. Whoa. So I signed, and on it said Gucci, and I was like, can you read this for me? Am I at the right place? Like, can you just look at the name? Like, look at the brand name. And he looks and he's all like, oh yeah, you're doing a Gucci commercial. He was like,